Hello, everyone. John Coleman here. I took a month off in August, so forgive me for not being in touch. I'm sure you didn't miss me too much. And basically, I waited till now to record this because I was waiting for the European Central Bank to record some information on their rate. So that's where I'm going to start. On Thursday, the European Central Bank reduced their ECB rate by 0.25%. So what actually does that mean for people looking to buy a house right now or looking to who are coming off rates right now? Well, in truth, um, immediately not a lot because the banks here in Ireland need to follow suit. They need to reduce their rates in line with what's happened. Now, the argument the banks are making at the moment is that, well, when the rates were going up, they didn't increase them at the same speed that they were putting them up and did not. They basically incorporated some of the increases into their own costs and didn't pass them on fully. So they're being a little bit slow in pushing, um, bringing them down. Now this only happened on Thursday, so I'm sure they'll be put under pressure to start reducing rates in line with what's happening. But obviously, as of yet, it doesn't make any difference for those coming off rates. Well, in truth. Again, it won't make any difference until the banks follow suit. So if you're coming off a rate at the moment, um, my first call is always advice you to look at what your current bank are offering and see is there a better deal around that than what's out there. Saves a whole heap of hassle. But obviously, we're here to talk you through that if required. What's the expectation around rates? Again, when they made the rate there, they are well the so-called experts, the commentators are expecting potentially another rate reduction in December. So if that would happen, you would imagine there'd be absolute public outcry if the banks didn't follow suit at that stage. And obviously, with an election coming up next year, there is going to be significant pressure because based on well housing and the housing crisis, shall we call it, a housing shortage, is going to be a huge issue next year. Sinn Féin, one of the parties who may be expected potentially to be in government after it, they've come out with some policies that I'm not sure are going to go down that well. And they're talking about phasing out the help to buy scheme over 5 years and then reducing the amount, increasing the amount you have to borrow in line with the cost up to 85%. And now that will be over 5 years. And they would get rid of the first home scheme completely, but they are coming up with other plans to build 175,000 houses. So we'll watch this space with absolute interest. But that's going to be a topic of conversation next year. There obviously is a budget coming up at the beginning of October, which I'll be reporting on in early October, and hopefully there may be some clarity around the help to buy. My instinct is it's just politicians being politicians and talking. I don't see it going away anytime soon. But we will keep a very active watch on that because the Help to Buy scheme um, has been great in terms of helping people buy houses, in my humble opinion. So that's it for the moment. I hope that brings you all kind of up to date. Oh yeah, one other thing I would like to add, just a story around a tactic that a client of mine used in terms of buying a house. And I thought it was really really clever, and just thought I would share it with you. Ultimately, when you're bidding on this on second-hand properties, now I'm obviously always very strong in my view that it's a game, and you try to close early or come in late, um, and basically steal it from someone else. And that sounds terrible, but basically, I had a conversation with a client. He had his upper limit price, and he was going up by 5 grand, to try to scare someone away from someone else. Now I said to him, keep in mind that they might raise it by one, so be prepared if you really wanted to go up another one and see where that takes you. So client followed my instructions, but on top of that, wrote a letter to the seller. They were from the area. They'd grown up there. They wanted their children to go to school there, and they wrote that letter. And ultimately, that letter um, sealed the deal. Okay, so sometimes humans like other human beings, and the personal touch will goes a long way. So I'm not saying it will work every time, but if there's an angle, don't be afraid to use it because, well, it is a dog eat world. Or sorry, wrong choice of words there. I feel like I'm Donald Trump talking about dogs, but it is very competitive out there. So don't be afraid to try something that's maybe outside left field. So listen, you know where I am. If you need any questions about the rates, the help to buy, bidding strategies, just reach out. And look forward to talking to you again with an update on the budget early October.